Okay, good.
Okay, Rabotai, Bezrat Hashem, we'll continue Halachot Shabbat. We are on volume 5 in page 253. We left off last time about the Rimonim. And we said that the Rimonim, Rawad Yosef does not allow to shake them on Shabbat, even though they are not meant to make music. And for Sephardic opinion, something that is not meant to make music, even though it's meant to make sound, like the door knocker, we allow it. Why the Rimonim will restrict? So we saw that some opinions hold because the Rimonim are built from bells, small bells. And those bells, even though in this Rimonim are not meant for music, but bells in general meant for music. So since in general bells meant for music, the bells, the small bells that there's in the Rimonim is similar to that. So for people not to confuse the two, Chachamim restricted us not to make music, not to make any sound with the Rimonim of Sefer Torah when it's intentionally done, like this. But whenever it is not intentionally done, and by the way done, no problem. That's Yaakov allowed to put Rimonim on Sefer Torah. And Ravad Yosef says it's not only allowed, it's also respectful to the Sefer Torah. You give kavod to Sefer Torah. Rabbi Mutzafi says, Gula for your children to be chachamim, but Torah is to get them rimonim.
I don't know what you buy. You put them yourself, or you
give it to your children.
So
and if it's possible, you do it yourself even.
Okay.
I did it myself, Rabbi. This time, that somebody got for my children.
And you ask the permission for yourself.
No, he gave two.
One for him, one for you.
I take one for myself.
No smoke jogaste.
I took one for myself, Rabbi.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Rabbeinu, the proper to put Rimonim when you take this, somebody takes the Sefer Torah out,
Yeah,
and then you come up and you put it.
exactly. But the guy, the Sefer Torah, cannot bring it down to you.
No, exactly. You come up, you
come
lift
up.
yourself up. But now listen to this. Rabbeinu,
You can pause this thing before asking to pause. Don't stop, pause it. Yeah. Says Rav Ovadia, the knocker, tach, for Sfaradim it's allowed. Why the Rimonim it's not allowed, as we just explained, is because the Rimonim, to make noise purposely, it has bells. A bells is a musical instrument in general. In this case, it's not. But in general, it is. Because in general, it is. True. So I will just summarizing, because last time you guys had a question, why the Rimonim that is not tool and meant for music, it's asur, and knocker, that it's door knocker, that is not meant for music, it's mutar. What's the difference between the two? So today we found, and I'm repeating it to you again, that the concept of the bells, that the Rimonim is having bells, that the door knocker doesn't. Similarly, it is written in Masechet Yehuvin that one may drip water from mi'arek, a device that drips water drop by drop to wake up a sick person on Shabbat without concern. It may be used for music because the mi'arak is not specifically made for making sound, as it is used for other purposes. As written in Shulchan Aruch, and it is fit for hand washing, and its main use is for wetting hands or watering a garden. Therefore, Maran and the Shulchan Aruch completely omitted the law of knocking on the door and ruled that it is permitted. The restriction, omitting the restriction of knocking on the door, and ruled that it is allowed to knock on the door using the ring fixed on the door when it is not, since it is not a musical manner, when it is not in a musical manner. Yeah, clear? Very good. Number 3, as the Rambam wrote in his commentary to the Mishnah, that there should not be prohibition of knocking on Shabbat with a chain on doorways, another version of door knocker, and the like, as the sages only prohibited a sound of song. You're not allowed to make sound of song, but sound for attention, it is allowed. Last Shabbat, somebody were singing, Ki yeshmera Shabbat el ishmer. Another guy started doing like that.
No good.
Mechalel Shabbat. He's not Mechalel Shabbat on Torah level, but he's Mechalel Shabbat on
The Rabbanan.
the Rabbanan. But the other day said, psst, 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 psst. It's the same exact thing.
Why can I rely on Tosfot?
Going Maran. Going to Maran is Mechalel Shabbat.
I know, but why can I rely on Tosfot?
Because Maran knows Tosfot, and Maran said it's not going to work. Maran saw the Tosfot. It's in Masechet Betzah right there. It's not a hidden Tosfot in some far Gemara. Okay, very good. I'm happy that now they also do Masechet Psachim. Ah, Bechor. Wow, Baruch Hashem. Very good. Number 4.
How store they do?
And there, another place it goes. In the Talmud Yerushalmi Masechet Betzah, Rabbi Shemuel Bar Yitzchak, the elder of the new synagogue, was accustomed to knocking on doors, using the door ring fixed on the door, to invite people to the synagogue. Yeah? So you see the Gemara recording that the door knocker is allowed to call the people to the shul. The other Amoraim who disagreed with him wrote, the law is not like them. As the Rabbah said in Tractate Eruvin, that only sound of song was prohibited. So whoever restricting it, halakha is not like him. Why? Because the Gemara clearly said that only sound of song, it's asur. But if it is sound just for sound, attention purpose, it is allowed. Yaakov, clear?
Yeah.
Continue Rav Ovadia number 5, and the responsa of Bnei Israel, Bet Israel. There is wonderment at how those who forbid knocking on the door using the ring fixed to the door could be concerned that one might intend to make a song. Even if one intends to make a sound of song, it is only decreed lest one repairs a musical instrument. How could the Agur issue a decree on his own in a case where one does not intend to sing, as if perhaps one might intend to sing? For we do not decree or decree upon decree. So Kamen says, listen, you know, why those Chachamim that say you're not allowed to use the door knocker, the Ashkenazim, not allowed? I say, you know why you're not allowed? Because if you're going to allow people to use this, the door knocker that makes a sound, people are going to take another tool, instrument, that make a musical sound. So therefore, don't use any sound producer. Not this one and not that one. Paul Meshu Gavarit, Nilza. So it says it doesn't make sense. Because if this one, which is the song the tune, which is the, let's say, rimoni, let's say, darbuka, guitar, whatever it is, right? Why I'm not allowed to play guitar on Shabbat? Huh? So because you might go ahead and fix it. So it's a fence already. Now you're saying don't even make the door knocker because you might go ahead and play the guitar. And what's the problem with guitar? Because you might go ahead and fix it. It's already a fence to a fence. And the rule is a fence to a fence. We're not allowed to do. Understood or no? Ha, Chaimu brothers. Tzadikim yavo bo. Today the wind is very crazy. I saw outside the stop sign. You saw this or no? Wow. Never saw such a thing. The stop sign moves right, left, tack. Very dangerous.
The door.
Yeah, it's crazy winds. Nashiv Aruach, מוריד הגשם. So the Ashkenazim say you're not allowed to use the door knocker because they make a fence. If you allow people that, they're gonna also allow the guitar, darbuka, doira. And what's the problem with that? You might go ahead and fix it. So oh, what? This is offense to offense. How do you guys make such a thing?
But how do they put a restriction on that? But then they allow clapping.
Clapping? Yeah. That's a question against them. The Ashkenazim, they say that nowadays we don't know how to fix, so therefore it's considered to be more lenient about clapping. They allow this to make tunes and clapping hands and on the table. They don't need to make shinui. They don't need to clap b'shinui. But even the Ashkenazim themselves says it's better to do it b'shinui. Yeah. They say if a person wants to be lenient doing it regularly, he hasn't the tosfot to rely on. But even they say not the best. The best is that you should even then do shinui. But by us, shinui is a requirement. By them, it's a recommendation. By the Ashkenazim. And how does the Rama come to add prohibition even in the case of a mitzvah, when such a case should be considered like a double rabbinic prohibition in a situation of a mitzvah? It can be answered that this prohibition is only because people have accustomed themselves to forbid it, not because the halacha itself. You hear? He says, you know why the Ashkenazim don't allow the door knocker? Chaimov, if you're going to go to Ashkenaz person, do not use the door knocker. He's going to think you Mehalel Shabbat. But why they restricted it? Not because it's restricted, rather because it's accustomed not to do it. Minhag. Means to say the rabbis didn't restrict it, rather the minhag of the Jews restricted it. It's important to know that.
Of Ashkenazim,
Yeah.
they're the ones that
Yeah.
restricted it. But what's the purpose behind it?
Yeah, he said because they were afraid that people are gonna make that sound and then they're gonna make a not doira sound and other sound and they're gonna play music on Shabbat.
But Sfaradim didn't think like that.
Nachon? He says why Ashkenazim don't allow it
Because I understand that.
because they are extra machmir, afraid that people might learn a mistake.
But even though until today it's
Yeah,
valid,
yeah.
I think today is irrelevant.
Яаков מביא בכלל?
Он позвонил, я ему сказал, что я там.
Ничего.
Он сказал, придет, я не знаю.
Позвони, скажи сейчас.
Уже что, 5 минут осталось.
Yeah. Okay. Next, number 2. Sorry. Now we went to page 257. A device that made of metal, similar to small fork, called a colon. Remember last time we spoke about this? The cantors making to match their sound. You know what I'm talking about? There is a certain fork, okay? You hit it and it makes a certain tune. You know what I'm talking about? Are you allowed to use this on Shabbat or no? There is no electricity involved. Sound pitch, I think. Pitch sound, что такое? Pitch corrector?
It's an instrument.
Yeah. But it's not music that makes other people hear.
Others will not hear it.
Yeah. Only you putting it next to your ear, you'll hear it.
How about toys that make music? Problem.
Toys? What music? They make sound or make music?
Sound. Not
Sound, yeah, that's the same idea. For Sfaradim will be allowed, for Ashkenazim will not be allowed.
Завтра тоже целый день будет в Индии.
Okay. Since the sound, yeah, the prohibition of regarding the ring that has a stone or lead that makes a sound, the Rif wrote that only sound of song was prohibited, and even according to Rabbi Hananel, who forbids any kind of sound, it is only where one intends for sound. But Rawad Yosef says the Yerei Shamayim should not use it. Remember? We spoke about that this tune, fork thing, Yerei Shamayim should not use it. Google that picture of it so people will know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll Google it here.
What do you call it?
Huh?
What do you call it?
That's
Tuning
tuning
fork.
fork. Поставь, Яков. Увидим, что это.
Так, one second.
Что я сделал?
Tuning fork.
Here, show everybody.
Вот это? Какой,
Да.
какой из них?
Да, все они вот эти, да.
Какой из них?
Tuning fork.
Какой из них?
All of them, Yaakov, they're all the same. It's different companies. Вот покажи им. А почему здесь покажи им?
Короче, вот это. Видите? It's like a fork.
Tuning.
19 января будет Новый год. Вишва.
Tuning fork. Амина?
Да.
Рабаем Шмидану.
Rav Yosef, God bless him. He knows everything.
Мне это показалось, что такое?
You see, Yaakov, when you learn halakha, you know everything about everything. Because halakha involves life. You know about this and you know about that. Family.
Tuning fork.
After
I
that,
don't see any, but it looks like an instrument. Just like instruments is prohibited to make.
yeah, but instrument for what? Instrument that you're eating your French fries with. It's not restricted, right? It's called fork.
Absolutely.
But it's
this
instrument. Only instrument that makes music for the public, like doira, like darbuka, like guitar, stuff that they make music for public.
one- So this instrument for individual.
Yeah, you're not in video. You gotta put next to your ear to hear it.
So that would be somewhat allowed, but Yerushalayim should not use.
Right.
I don't know why it's like that.
19 Нисан, что за праздник?
Pesach, נכון? What? No.
Пурим.
19 Нисан. Это по вашей Торе, Бахор. У нас есть наш календарь. Мусульманский календарь другой, Бахор.
15 Адар.
Какого Адар?
Адар. Пурим.
Пурим, 14 Адар, это будет Пурим, Бахор.
Адар, сейчас я посмотрю.
Да, посмотрите.
14
Только на еврейский календарь смотрите.
На еврейский. Далеко не идите.
Okay? Can't interfere on the word.
А что тогда 19 Нисан?
It's Chol HaMoed, Bachor,
Да,
of Pesach.
Да, 19 уже Холомой Песах.
Okay?
Песах же у нас 1 апреля, нет?
Не.
14-го?
14-го.
Нисан.
14 Нисан.
Hi, Bechor, we have to continue. We're here.
Боже мой.
Should not use this device on Shabbat and Yom Tov, and those who are instructed to be stringent, however, one should not protest against those who are lenient. Okay? Maybe you can call 2 people from the restaurant?
1 Нисан это.
There is people in the restaurant tonight, no?
19 марта это 1 Нисан.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Рошходыш.
Какой, Бechor?
19 марта это...
Amart.
Да, это 1 Нисан.
Ага.
Рошходыш.
טוב. נו, מפדרתון, ניסון. בכור בן ניסון.
What's the translation Nisan means?
Nisan, the month of miracles.
Oh, miracle. Bromi Nisan.
Right, from the word Nes. ראש יעקב. תמוז, זכרו תורת משה עבדי. זכרו תורת משה. Remember the Torah of Moshe. Whoever is born in Tammuz is higher chance to be rich. You know that? Yeah. The sign of it is
The
Sartan.
этот
Lobster it's called? I don't know how to call it in English.
crab.
Crab? It says why he lives in both worlds, here and there.
Water.
Olam hazeh and olam haba. And he's always surrounded with water. Everything he has. Everything.
What about that?
Yaakov, when you're going to learn about Kabbalah, on Shabbat you can come. We can open you a map of Kabbalah. Sometimes I throw you a little bit, taste here, taste there, so to tease you. So you will come here on Shabbat.
In the summer.
And summer скажешь жарко, winter скажешь холодно. Ецарав всегда что-то найдет, Яаков.
Ну, мне надо с кем-то. Мэр Баланез не хочет ходить. Около меня живет.
You know why? Because you went during the summer, you went during the winter.
Яшир, Малкир.
Ну, видишь,
Лиди.
Правда, Макири супер, 2 часа.
Все. Поэтому тебе надо Каббала учиться. Розы Шаббот, Каббала.
That's what we like, Kabbalah now, right?
A cantor who fears the word of Hashem should not use this device on Shabbat and Yom Tov. And those who are instructed to be stringent. And those who ask are instructed to be stringent. However, one should not protest against those who are lenient on their own, as they have whom to rely on. Got it? To use this fork tuning, they have whom to rely on.
That they use.
Exactly.
Подождите, а это праздник? Первого Шват это праздник.
Bechor, I don't know this. Right now we're in different shiur. Yes, what's your question?
What's this tuning fork meant for?
It's meant to tune the tune. Whenever your ear is very sensitive to tuning, high note, low note, you need to play in a certain note. And this helps to put the brain and the ear on that note that you need to.
You're saying you're allowed to use it, but you shouldn't use it.
You're allowed to use it because it's not meant for public, like a doira, stuff like that. Got it? Okay, we'll Bezat Hashem continue in the next class. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen v'amen.